guys, we're out here at Chatfield today, and I am solo for the first time in a while, so I'm gonna just try to cruise around the lake and find different spots that the fish are sitting on. Right now I'm sitting on a flat, goes down to about 22 feet, and I'm just right up on top about 13 feet. Already marked a couple fish sitting up here on the top side, so I'm gonna park off the structure, cast off the deep side, and then reel it up the edge. And we are at 70.1 degrees on the water temperature. We'll see if we can catch some fish here, and hopefully it's good. Missed one there, small little guy. Just getting ready to say it might be time to change baits at the spot and see if something else worked, but just had a little nibble there, so cast back out and see if we can connect with them again for baits and see if we can't hook into one. There we go, right there on the drop. This is still on the Jigging Rap. Let it fall slow. That's when he hit it. There you go. So this fish got hooked right in the mouth. So he really wanted this bait. That's a good sign. That means that they like that color, they like that style of bait. First little Jigging Rap walleye for the day. This is about standard for the size that you're gonna see in here. Gonna put him back. So now we know they kind of like the slower drop. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up that bait quite a bit, and I'm gonna let it kind of pendulum and swing back. That's when he was hitting it, is kind of as it was swinging down. So we'll fish this bait a little bit more since we got into the first one. Let's keep doing it. Oh, I got hit right there, but I missed him. Again, same technique and probably about the same spot off the boat. So first spot of the day, I probably stuck this out maybe a little bit longer than I normally would, but I've seen fish on the graph and trying to fish a couple different baits and see if we can pick them up. But typically you'll know fairly quick if that spot's gonna hold a lot of fish or just a little bit. There's a fish. Nice, so that's a good sign. Second cast and we hooked into one. It's a little small walleye. All right, guys, this fish caught that one right on the lip, and seems like he liked it. So second fish, this time it was caught on the Johnson thin fisher, and like I said, great overall bait. That was the second cast. So gonna go slow this time again and try to pick up maybe a couple more. I want to explain to you guys really quick how I'm finding these fish. So basically, this little triangle, that's our boat. This is just a marker that I put on the spot. That's where I've seen some fish. That little blue dot is another marker as well. So what's happened is, you know, we're up on this flat right here where these longitudinal lines are very spaced out. That's the flat area. So this is going to be about 12 to, I don't know, 13 feet. Then you can see over here on this side, the sharp lines are going to mean it's either going up or down into deeper, shallower water. Since we're on the shallow side, it's going to be going down. So This goes from about 13 feet all the way to right now, I would say about 25 feet. So they're coming up this, they're chasing bait up to the top. The bait's at a different level, and once the bait gets to the top, that's where they're doing their feeding. So that's why we're catching them up on this flat right here. So I've been casting over the edge of all those lines, and that's where I've been hooking up with fish, is kind of right at the top or right where I've had those marking points. So we're gonna go find more structure like this, see if we can do it again. All right, so I just found some fish on bottom here. So we're gonna go back with the Johnson Thin Fisher and try to pick them up, since that was working last at the last place. Again, we're gonna go real slow and try to keep the cadence that I was in the other spot. Trying to stay semi-quiet, but I just had a big bite right there by a walleye, it feels like. And again, the same cadence, so I'm gonna try to do that same rhythm, still using that Johnson blade bait. And my entire camera just fell over. Well, they didn't break. Feeling really good about that bite I just had. There's a guy kind of sneaking into position here, and I just want a second to fish it by myself. Had a little fun with the blade bait there. Now I'm gonna go back to the Jigging Rap. See if we can pull something up on a little bit more erratic action. The water is warming up, and over here it's actually 72 degrees. So maybe they'll like a little different presentation on this side of the lake. I'll have to hold this. Probably making you guys sick. Okay, that should be better. So anyway, pretty wakey day, pretty wild out here. There's a ton of boaters. So I'm going to just do a couple more casts. It's also super hot. So we'll see if we can get another bite or two on this point, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. Super slow day. Didn't seem like the fish were really eating too much. We haven't had any storms lately, so I'm not really sure what threw them off, but some days this is how it works out. Just got to keep finding points and trying to cast to the fish, and you know, really work at trying to pick them off. But overall, good day. We still boated, I don't know, 4 or 5 fish. So see if we can pick off a few more and head on home. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not a subscriber already, go ahead and click this button on the right and help us reach 1,000 subs. And when we do, I'm definitely going to be fishing in a T-Rex costume. You also have access to subscriber giveaways, and I try to reply to any comments you post below the videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on CO Fish Bro.